emptiness with purest of the intention, then you will find that that busyness, that little bit of a poking from inside will come when it is really required. And when it comes, then it is our responsibility to be aware. Because many a times we do get the message from inside. Yeah. But if we don't act on it, then it will just wither away. So having asked for that help, and when that help arrives, what is important is for us to respond. And even if that response is even 1 degree better than the last time, you are going to strengthen your willpower. And each time that particular voice becomes stronger, if you respond to it in the positive direction, then your willpower is going to become that much more stronger. And that will further, knock-on effect and help you to overcome those habits, overcome those, and then nature will create a particular way that, you will still get that break time in between, for example, and then you may remember to add to these suggestions or whatever, And then what Sister mentioned, Padmaja mentioned, is that will help you to remain connected now to the heart more and more as well. So when I said to make that as the base, so when you are now connected to your center all the time, everything emanates from there. Your meeting emanates from there. The quality of your interaction emanates from there. The response to all your work emanates from there. So that has become your base. So to cultivate that particular base and the foundation, first is to make that step intention to connect. And if that intention is not coming, offer it before you go to bed. Then you will start seeing that, it might open some doors for you.
Right.
Hopefully that helps.
I'll practice that. At least in the night before I go to bed, we'll try it. Yeah. Thank you.
Very powerful time. What we have. Wonderful. So, that really brings, I do not know, Ravi, you selected a video, right? It nicely brings, how to overcome the challenges for meditation, right?
We selected, brother. Maybe I have sent here.
You want me to share that?
Yeah, I can share for you. Brother.
So I think the questions that we just talked about, I think is very nicely, might be getting covered in this particular video. So let's take 5 minutes to watch that, and then we will do our meditation. Is it okay?
When it comes to looks, I feel like a lot of times it starts with.
We can't see your screen yet, Ravi.
Yeah, I have not shared yet.
Sure.
People do not have any experience or any outcome after sitting for 30 minutes, closing eyes, which can be tormenting to a lot of people. But here with Pranahuti, your meditation becomes a smooth sail. You feel like doing it again and again, you see. In fact, I have to tell people, don't overdo it. It's not necessary. Fear of unknown. It's very complex phenomenon. Teenager, or when you're making a crucial decision, or when you're appearing in school exam, however well prepared you are, however long your relationship may have been, at that final moment, you don't know how it will turn out. We all, as you say, know the importance of exercise, right diet, meditation. They positively influence our lifestyle and help us evolve altogether. Now, I always give this example of physical fitness. My son is a physical fitness freak, I would say. He would skip meals, but he will exercise no matter what. And I like his dedication towards this physical fitness. The day he would skip, he'll feel so miserable. He said, Dad, it's raining and I can't go to my gym or something. He would face the gym is closed. It's not that he cannot go there, gym is closed. I said, look, you can do it at home, but it's not the same. See, many people, they say, I go to temple or I go to meditation ashram, where meditation is better. It's not the same when I do it at home. I do agree perfectly because there is that environment you practice there. So, what we learn from this, one thing is create an environment. Second thing, have a buddy system. That, like, you go together with your friend to a gym. Meditation also, if you can find a company and do it together, even if it is remote. You can say, I'm sitting here in Goa and you may sit in Mumbai. It's all right. Let's meditate together and see the impact it has. So creating environment or reaching out to places which are charged with this divine fragrance. You can meditate in such places. You can meditate with people you like. Right? Also, just as you need appetizer before meal, similarly appetizing things like meditation. What will be the appetizer for meditation? To me, it has always been reading literature on the aspects of meditation, that what it can do and how others, great sages, have felt after doing some long hours of tapasya. But heartfulness is very different, very, very different from the age-old traditional system. Dhyana, as they say, is left to you how deeply you can go and enjoy that samadhi state. But here with heartfulness, because of pranahuti, which is transmitted by this trainer with the help of the guide, one is able to dive deeper into meditations. So when people do not have any experience or any outcome after sitting for 30 minutes closing eyes, which can be tormenting to a lot of people. But here with the pranahuti, your meditation becomes a smooth sail. You feel like doing it again and again, again and again, you see. In fact, I have to tell people, don't overdo it. It's not necessary. But more you do it, I think more you'll enjoy and more transformation you see in yourself. You stand out in a crowd when you are physically fit. Similarly, I do find people meditating has a special aura around them. And around them, you'll always find peace. You'll always find comfort. While non-meditative mind, restless mind, you feel like running away from them. Let him be, let's go away from here. So this is the result of restless mind. So over the years, when we see through our own personal experiences what all meditation can bring into one's life, we get amazed, and later on you learn that it's not worth skipping even a day without meditation, or rather, it is not worth skipping even a moment without having a meditative mind. Only meditative mind can appreciate whenever there is some turbulence. It can perceive it often even before the turbulence is about to start. So you are well prepared.
Thanks, Ravi, for sharing.
Thank you.
Shall we start the meditation?
Yes.
I had a few requests from few
Yes, sir.
people,
Yes.
since we were talking about suggestions, to do the suggestions again. Is it okay for everybody?
Yes.
So these suggestions, like what Daji mentioned in the video now that we observed or we watched, I think what was the key takeaway for me is to remain in that meditative state and not lose a single moment not being in that meditative state. And if we are in that meditative state, then the rest of all the refinement in everything that we do comes up, that unsettledness. Even if we are busy, we feel settled. Even if there is a lot of stuff to be done, there is a clarity that will emerge. So the foundation of settledness, decision making, comes from our condition. And that condition of meditative state can be further expanded in our idle time. One of the videos that we watched 2 weeks back was, what do we do with this idle time? Do I indulge myself in an activity that is evolutionary in nature, or I do nothing, or I choose that which is going to not help me in my evolution, it's going to take me in the other direction. So these 3 or 4 suggestions that Daji has suggested, we can practice anytime we have this idle time, whether it is in between meetings, whether it is we are watching something and we get some time, whether we are walking, whether we are in a train, whether we are in a bus or in a flight, whenever we have an idle time, we can take a moment to engross our mind by doing these suggestions, which is only going to further help in expanding our consciousness and remaining connected to the center or within ourselves. So if you see, it's a double benefit. By remaining in a meditative state, you are going to feel settled. When you've got an idle time, when you do this suggestion, it's going to help you to remain in your meditative mind and meditative condition as well. So these 3 to 4 suggestions that Daji has provided, we actually do it every day at 9 o'clock, which is for the universal expansion of consciousness. But we can also do this when we have an idle time. So we will do these suggestions and then we will slip into meditation. So if you're all ready, we are going to sit with our eyes very gently closed, very softly closed. We're going to take a very deep breath. And as we exhale, we will let go all the anxiety, all the heaviness within. We'll take a moment to do it. We'll connect ourselves to our heart. We'll rest our attention on our heart. We'll go deep within the depth of our heart. Like a tortoise withdrawing its head into its shell, we will withdraw ourselves to the deepest core of our heart, to that very special corner that is available within us. And we will make space now for that higher entity to take over, to occupy that space. That space is now filled with infinite love, infinite stillness. You're completely drenched in that love now. Having fully drowned in that love, with the purest of the intention, an extremely gentle, very soft manner. We will make this subtle suggestion. And everybody in this universe, all our brothers and sisters in the universe, their hearts are being filled with love, peace, and harmony. Everybody around you, all the hearts in the universe, feel the love growing in the hearts. Feel the peace and harmony developing. More than the words, allow the feeling to emanate. Gently add your family members. Feel this love growing in the hearts. Feel this love growing and touching everybody at your work, all your colleagues, everyone you touch in your business. Feel this love is growing amongst your neighbors. Feel this expansion that is happening in your heart. As this love is growing and slowly encompassing more and more into this space. Feel this love is now encompassing everyone in your community. Feel this love is growing to this entire nation, slowly expanding and encompassing the entire universe itself. As this love is now covering every being in this universe, feel that infinite capacity of the heart to encompass the universe in itself. You should now be feeling the universe is being part of you and you being part of that universe. Soak in this feeling for a moment. And we will now add the second suggestion. We recognize that for harmony to be established, there has to be right understanding. When there is understanding, there is harmony. When there is misunderstanding, there is disturbance and chaos. But that understanding emanates from right thinking with the purest of the intentions. So we add the second subtle suggestion that correct thinking and right understanding is growing in everyone's hearts. All our brothers and sisters in the universe are developing correct thinking, right understanding, and are also developing an honest approach to their life. Here, word honesty is more with the connotation of the purest of the intention. There is purity in correct thinking, right understanding. And this is developing in everyone's heart. And this second suggestion, you can very specifically use when you are at work. Before you enter a meeting, or at any time at work, you can simply drop this suggestion that everybody is developing correct thinking, right understanding, and are developing an honest approach in their life, which is leading to love growing in the heart, peace developing, and harmony being established. We will add the third suggestion. For balance and harmony to be in nature, everything in nature has to be in balance. It's not only us, we are only a small part of the nature. But for that harmony to exist throughout the universe, we recognize that every element of nature has to be in that state of balance. So we add this third and important suggestion. Everything that is surrounding me, everything that is surrounding myself, be it the animate or even the inanimate, be it the people around me, be it the trees outside, be it the walls around me, for that matter, the air that I breathe. Everything that is surrounding myself. are drowned in that source, that original source in creation. Not only drowned in them, they are in osmosis with them. When you are in osmosis, you are constantly being nourished by the source itself, that higher frequency, which is pulling you towards it. Feel that connection. Everything surrounding myself, be it or the inanimate, is drowned in that source, in osmosis with the source, helping to develop moderation, balance, peace, and harmony. Feel your heart's expansion. More than the words. Feel the love, harmony, and peace growing. And when we are doing this suggestion, feel that gratitude, humility, acceptance developing in our heart. Feel that deep sense of humility and gratitude, and recognizing that there are others who are meditating and suggesting for us, for our well-being and our evolution. We add the fourth suggestion. That let all those hearts out there which are yearning to return back to this original source, let they be guided towards the global guide of heartfulness, beloved Daji, so that his guidance is available for them, so that they are able to get on this path of returning back to the original home. We'll take a moment or two to remain in this feeling of connectedness with everything around us. Remaining deeply connected with our heart and feeling the presence of that source of divine presence within us, which we are trying to feel in the form of this source of light in our heart. We will connect to it for the next 10-15 minutes, and we are going to meditate on its presence in our heart. If for any reason thoughts come to distract us, very gently we'll ignore them, and very lovingly we'll come back to our heart, continue with our meditation until you hear, "That's all from me." So let us start our meditation. That's all. We will continue to sit for another 20-30 seconds, remaining connected with our heart. And take a moment to observe the condition, the state of our heart by feeling it. How are we feeling before and after meditation? Not during, but after meditation. The difference between before and after is the new state the heart has unfolded for us. This is a precious gift or a precious offering from our heart. So we are going to cheerfully receive it. And allow this condition, whether it is a very light feeling, peaceful feeling, settled feeling, whatever that feeling is, allow it to spread from the heart, every particle, every cell of a system. Feel this vibration going out from the heart to rest of your being. And having expanded it throughout, now fully absorb it. Have the purest of the intention that this is getting assimilated into us. Genuinely long for it as you're absorbing, so that this remains with us, so that you are able to carry it with you wherever you go, in whatever you do. Having fully absorbed it, this condition has become part of us. And now we are going to give a gentle suggestion as a precursor to opening our eyes. That this condition is becoming one with the outside, so that our inner and the outer are merging. And with that suggestion, very slowly, very softly, very gently, we'll open our eyes. We are already on top of the hour. Really appreciate you taking your very, very valuable time to join this session and also interacting as well. Thank you so much once again. Hope this session has helped to retain the condition, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, Hariji.
Thank
Thanks,
you,
everybody.
Haviji. Thank you.
Take care, everyone.
Thank you.